PETCORE Europe remains a key player in the recycling and PET sector. 370 people gathered in Brussels for the two-day annual conference entitled The PET Value Chain, debating challenges on the journey from SUP to PPWR. This physical event facilitated discussions on important topics such as European regulations, the importance of being united on the market, and the challenges for the PET future, with one being depolymerization in the textile sector.
The next 3 years strategy for PETCORE Europe is focusing on clarifying for our members what are the requirements coming from the European legislation. We know that we have a single-use plastic directive that is going to be implemented since this year, and the packaging and packaging waste regulation that become on force by 2030. But the two regulations don't talk each other in the sense that there is no alignment. In the SOPD, the targets are for member states, while in the PPWR the targets are for brand owners. We are trying to homogenize, to harmonize the two directives in order for the business to know more exactly what they should be doing. So for us, key points are to increase communication and to increase advocacy, mainly here in Brussels, because whatever decision is taken is discussed in Brussels, and we have to have proper links to the decision makers inside the institutions.
It is the first day of our annual conference, and I should say that I'm very happy to see many people around. We are over 360 people, which is more than last year. But more than that, I think that the reason why people are interested in PETCORE Europe and the conference itself is because we are debating subjects which are of paramount importance to our industry. We will have also the contribution from the commissioners, and commissioners are those who are going to influence our activities more than anyone else. Because of that, the themes on the ground are many, and they are very important because we are going to debate the fragmentation of the European Union, which despite being one territory, we are sometimes very much disaligned among ourselves. That could be an issue, and that's an issue when it comes to trade. Then internal trade. Then, of course, it's also an important subject, the one related to the international trade, not only because of the changes which are happening now in the US, but also because we are still importing a lot of products that we can produce in Europe, but sometimes because they are cheaper, we import from outside Europe. And there, the problem is also related to classifying those products, because right now, as far as PET is concerned, we have HS code which do not differentiate the various categories of PET that we are importing, and that's creating an issue for the European industry. Furthermore, we are, say, best in class, Europe, in terms of recycling and circularity, but unfortunately we are not well supported, or not always well supported, by the institutions. So our role is also to advocate the need for the PET industry as a value chain to be properly supported by the European Union. And that's what we hope to start achieving today.
PETCORE Europe is known in the industry since 1993 for recycling PET, but packaging PET. It happens that PET is a very interesting product to recycle because it's clear. And being clear, and the fact that it's a very, very strong product and extremely resistant, when you recycle it, it keeps its integrity. Therefore, we have been concentrating on mechanical recycling. As we were concentrating on mechanical recycling, we have not found any ways to recycle multi-materials containing PET. Like, for example, you have barriers, oxygen barriers in PET bottles. Colors, for example, it's extremely difficult to recycle. Therefore, the only way to recycle them is depolymerization. And while we had as we had in our group about 20 startups on depolymerization, it was decided by the board that we would try to tackle the textile sector, because textile is a extremely complex material. Garments are always colored. They always have how could I put it, multi-material. You have polyamide, you have polyester. And the only way to recycle it is to is chemical recycling, but more also depolymerization.